Where do genocidal ideas come from?
How do you stop genocide?
How does genocide start?
How can I help?
What is genocide?
My name is Wolf Gruner. I'm the director of the USC Shoah Foundation Center for Advanced Genocide Research. The definition brought forward by the United Nations in 1948, which calls genocide
Acts committed with intent to destroy, in whole or in part, a national, ethnical, racial, or religious group.
We kept hearing people shooting guns, people screaming and running around.
They took out all the inhabitants were there, Jewish people, and they put them on trucks and they took them away to Pornari, this outskirt of forest where they were shooting the people there.
He came with a note that your name is in the list, you are going to be deported in 2 days.
One day, the town crier saying, those who don't go there will be killed. You have to go there on pain of death.
Genocide starts much earlier than with the killing, and what we have to look at is the persecution of a minority.
My name is Emily Musel-Church. I'm an historian of Africa and human rights. One of the things to think about in terms of genocide, there is the idea behind a group of people, seeing them as less than human, assigning characteristics to a group of people, classifying them as other, that there is us and them.
Other kids will look at me like I'm different because Tutsis, they're used to call us Inyenzi, Inzoka, which is cockroach, and snake. And that's not something you call people. Once you start labeling people, pretty much it's degrading them.
That sort of mentality really starts the thinking that then allows people to say they should not be allowed to exist. So really that idea of othering and seeing someone as less human than yourself is where genocidal ideas start.
This idea that some people are less human than others is then leveraged by groups and individuals to benefit their political, economic, social, or cultural interests. And if the idea continues to spread and those interests continue to deepen, the situation can devolve into the intent to commit violence or eradicate the targeted group altogether. Genocide is a widespread and recurring issue. There are still genocides taking place in the world today. The challenge that we all face is what can be done to stop it.
When people talk about or study genocide, it can feel really overwhelming to see the huge number of people and the devastation that happens. Genocide begins and ends with people's choices. An individual can make a choice for what actions they take. So something that even seems simple, like the way that we treat someone else, having empathy, making sure we're seeing the humanity and dignity of all human beings, that sounds like it's something that's small and personal, but that is something that has huge consequences.
Even in the midst of the atrocities, there is some goodness. And it is always easier to teach the new generation if you show them not only the evil, but if you show them you have the right to be good, you should be good.
These decisions to treat someone with kindness, to show compassion, to have courage, to care for other people, these are the sort of things that matter.
By educating ourselves about the past and calling out hatred and intolerance in the present, we can all have a hand in the prevention of genocide now and in the future.